All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Duo Q. Obviously, we've had a pretty busy week, pretty full week of some content, so we're gonna hop right into it. I'm your boy Rev.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Mordo here.
Let's get into it. All right. So first, I want to talk about all the tournaments. When we filmed our first episode last week, we were talking about some of the 2v2 tournaments and stuff like that they had going on, and then they had the Monster 75K tournament that same day that we recorded, so we didn't get to cover that too much. Safe to say there was some scummy stuff going on, especially at the end of it.
Grand finals. Wow.
Some testing and stuff like that. Let's just put it this way: Optic ran that thing. I mean,
Hercules.
yeah, yeah, they really ran it down. Shotzi made some incredible plays. He ninja'd. He did again in scrims yesterday, I believe. Or no, it was in the Hitch tournament, I think, that he did it in. But
Mhm.
um, obviously, Optics looking good. It carries over. They're the only team not to switch, so they got that built-in chem. Hopefully, they get off to a strong start. A lot of the times with these Optic teams, um, they don't get off to really strong starts, or they do online, but not on LAN. And I'm hoping they can start strong soon after. I mean, I don't really care because when they heat up, it's the best time to heat up because they heat up when it matters the most. So
That is true. I think the only year they've had a consistent year in the past like 6 years of being an Optic fan is MW3,
yeah, 100%, 100%. They
and they
had
still had a Major Four bomb out, but
yeah. I never cared about that. They had one
but it's
too,
like they
like
were Sunday every
yeah,
tournament.
yeah. For all the other tournaments, they were on a Sunday. I think they placed first, second, third. Then they had that placement, and then another first. So,
Yep.
and nobody cared about EWC that year because it was kind of
Something new.
poorly operated. Yeah, it was new. It was poorly operated. They got there. They were scrimming in the hotel lobbies and stuff like that. Like it was kind of chalk. Nobody cared about it. The pros came out and said they didn't really care about it that much. But this last one, is this an optic bias or anything like that? The
I
last
do
one
want to
actually
touch on
mattered.
that though, because I know people give COD shit. They're like, oh, they didn't care about EWC. If you watch any other esport, nobody that went to EWC for any game they played cared.
Yeah,
Like not a single team cared anywhere they went. So it was kind of a mutual thing. I think it was poorly ran the first year across all games,
yeah,
and then this year people are like, okay, well now it's yearly and there's a shit ton of money. Let's try.
yeah. They had a real good setup. I'm looking forward to it coming in. So, or for this year, obviously.
It
Um,
was cool last year.
yeah. So obviously we had some of these tournaments going on, like the monster. We had people on exposure sitting in that back rock glitch spot. Obviously we're late talking about it, but that's just cheese. People were talking about the Shotzi spot on Den where you can clearly see him. Like sure
They're not comparable.
that might be unintentional, but you can see him, you can shoot back. In that glitch spot, you can't see him. That's like the iceberg in Ghosts or in the earlier CODs where you could get into walls. You remember the
Yeah,
iceberg on Ghosts on that one
I
snow
remember the
map?
iceberg.
Dude,
Yeah, I remember playing pubs and getting cheesed by it, and I was like, this game's awful.
dude, you like couldn't do anything against that. And a whole team would hop in there and just beam you like. So,
Oh,
now that was really corny. You see people doing it in challengers and stuff like that, and they had these tournaments. Like you should just have enough class to not do that. Like some like I'm not the type to like bash on GAs too much. I think they're necessary for things like this, especially. I think that the quality of pro has gone down so drastically. I mean, they had snaking in older CODs. You did not see anyone snake. Like
IW snaking was OP, and you didn't see
it
anybody
was
doing it. Like why?
100%,
Like why is
100%.
there class back then, but now they don't care?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're guaranteed paychecks, but all they talk about is how much they want to win. They don't watch VOD as much as they used to. A lot of people don't want to put in the work they used to. But when it comes to the tournament time or just a random online tournament, you want to break it out then when you can make a little extra cash. Like, where was this passion when you were like you could just be better?
Yeah.
You could just be better and work on your stuff. And obviously the pros better than me. Can't say that like I can hang because I can't, obviously, but to
I'd gun nip.
but to be like clear that it's just like stupid. You should know in your head like I'm about to do this. It's wrong. I shouldn't do it. Like
We
just
did it
be a
multiple
man.
times.
Yeah,
Multiple times. So
multiple
it's not
times,
like,
2 times in a row, and then the second time he pulled out a knife, so you really couldn't see him, and then tried to
hmm
almost ninja that shit. It's like, bro, 2 rounds.
yeah.
So that's just it's really irritating. Like,
And then Envoy stair glitching. S&D.
so I think everyone was just like hyper reactive because of what happened the map before. I don't. It wasn't a
Yeah.
stair glitch. He laid at the bottom of the stairs. He smoked. It looked crazy, like in real time, because he dropped
My
the
thing
smoke and
is,
laid on the stairs. Like,
yeah, yeah. And Envoy is one of the more credible players. I don't think
yeah,
he's actively trying.
nah.
I've never seen Envoy do a snake ever.
Neither have I. And you know what? I might have like reacted the same way that everybody else did. Like, yo, what is he doing right now? Looking back at it is like that's a good play. That's a good play. That's tippable. You know, he stayed alive or whatever. And to be honest, the smokes are
Weird
bad
this year.
this year, but they're actually really good because there's not a lot of one waying. You can see in the smoke. You can shoot
Uh-huh.
through the. You know, like you can. Nope.
It
Neither
did
of you
look
get
like
aim assist.
he was trying to one way though. But
Yeah.
granted, you can't one way this year. You can see the guy clearly, but you get
Yeah.
like no aim assist, so it's literally just a 50-50 battle. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
It
I
kind of
like
makes it to where you can't really watch the cross with an AR. Like you're not beaming that guy out of a smoke.
Yeah. I like the way the smokes are this year. People are saying like it's cheese because you can see through. You still get no aim assist. Like, sure, it might be a little cheap because you know he's there, but like they're throwing the smoke, you probably know he's there regardless. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like, I like the smokes. I think it was a really good change, um, especially since the pros were abusing those too. Uh,
I will
just
say, and I don't know if it's Activision doing this, but it does seem like they're trying to improve on things. Like the smoke,
mm,
like the one way's been in how many CODs for how many years,
yeah.
and this feels like that they're taking active steps to try to get rid of that. And whether or not it was an accident and they just accidentally get rid
Yeah.
of it and just made the smoke different, but I really do hope that they're trying to fix their game and fix the problems they've had for years on end.
This is 100% a Treyarch thing. This is 100% a
Yeah.
Treyarch thing. After everybody was bashing the game last year, talking about Battlefield 6 and all this, the Activision people, the IW people, definitely got worried and gave some more power to Treyarch. They definitely got worried and were like, people love Treyarch, we'll just give it to them. Well, obviously they're like the shareholders and everything like that. The bigger heads in Activision have more of a say so.
Mhm.
Um, but they kind of ceded a little bit of control. In recent years, you've seen it like the games have been shit. And a lot of it is
Bad.
because they're playing on the exact same, like they literally just copy and paste the files and then add them onto the files they already have. It messes with the game. You see the same glitches carry over. I think we talked about this in the first episode, but you see the same glitches carry over, and that's why you're crowding your game files, you're corrupting stuff. And I think Treyarch has to do a lot of damage control to try to fix the things that they put out a sub buff immediately. First week they put out a sub buff. They're like, this AR is way too strong. Nerf that a little bit, buff that a little bit. Now the meta's looking good. It looks really good. I like how
It
it
looks
is
really
right
good right
now.
now.
Um, but yeah, it's just like they gave a little more power back to Treyarch, and now it's a more competitive friendly game. And I know like you see a drop in noobs playing and more casuals playing. It's like to us that's a good thing. To us that's a good
Yeah.
thing because that means the competitive integrity of the game and how it plays for competitive is in a great place. It is a great game. I think it's weird that the casuals stay away from it. It's probably just the backlash from the past few years of Activision controlling most of the things and just driving it down a hill. Um, and you know what's funny? I think with the next title, you're gonna see a surge in players because this game was so good, and then you're gonna go back to the same thing. I think Treyarch accidentally shoots himself in the feet a lot by making good games, and then Activision taking advantage of that, putting out a crap game, and then Treyarch doesn't get the benefits of putting out that good game. Um, I
It's
wish,
weird for sure because
yeah,
I think a lot of like I know the skill-based matchmaking thing. People are going on Twitter saying it's in the game. It's not. I have definitely seen it as someone
yeah,
who has played at the highest level, not like pro, but like up
yeah,
there, like and played against like top challenger kids. You can tell in pubs easily like people are just awful.
yeah,
And it's like, and I do like when I play pubs, like I've played Neptune, he shit on me. I played a bunch of pros already. It's like that's all I get in pubs. If they're on the game, they're gonna be in my public match lobby. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like a lot of these people were the protected. Like they were sitting there in the lobbies
yeah.
made for them, and they thought that was sweaty, and now they're getting to extra lobbies that they shouldn't be in, and they're just not playing the game because of it, I think.
You
So I
know,
think they're leaving it.
I think there was definitely an adjustment from the beta to now. Um,
Definitely.
I think in the beta it was crazy. I mean, there's like legitimate bots walking around. Now I think it's a little toned down to where there is a little bit more SBM. Obviously there is SBMM. That is not a talking point. It literally says
It's in the game,
it
yeah.
takes more skill-based matchmaking out. Well, it says something along the lines of like
It's
it's
like your skill rating is a minimal
yeah,
requirement in the matches it gives you. So it's still in
yeah.
there,
It's
but
minimally considered. It says skill
let's say it's
base is minimally
25,
considered.
75%. But
Yeah.
I can see it. Like I don't get a lobby of full like six man's tryharding. It'll be like one or two people who are like clearly good, and
Yeah.
then like almost every lobby I play in. And I mean, I'm just playing Nuketown, and a lot of times if you're playing Nuketown or whatever, there's so many people playing that you're probably not getting this bot lobby that you're reaching
Yeah.
for. That's also
Um
what people it is. But there's a couple of bots in my games where I'm like, this guy's not real. Like,
yeah. It wasn't like early game. Like early game I was like I could drop a nuke every match. Now I'll get like, bro, I swear I spawn into like 4 MXRs and it's just like,
why is that gun
bruh,
two bullet? And pose. What is that
yeah,
build? I'm getting two
bro.
bulleted by
Ooh.
it. It's like, wait, what?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, that's not even the best part of the gun. That gun moves like faster than a
Dude, that's
sub. The ADS time is crazy on the MXR. It's ridiculous. I was no ADS speed attachments, just all recoil attachments. That thing moves faster than me with a fucking drawback with full
that's my
ADS
favorite
attachments.
AR. That's my
Like,
favorite AR. It's fun.
dude, that thing is OP as hell. And people were talking about fill it in for competitive. Yeah, go. Yeah,
No, dude, no.
whatever, bro. Use that for competitive. Yeah, you need to hang it up.
They're like,
Uh,
it shoots slow. It's good up close. I was like, yeah, but any medium to long range, you can't gun it.
yeah.
You're not
Um,
ripping that guy's irons. Like, you're not breaking them
no, and the
ever.
iron sights on it. Oh, they're beautiful. I love those
I love
iron
them. I
sights.
see people with sight on it every time I
Oh,
get killed by it. It's like, why do you have an elo sight on this?
no, you can't put an elo sight on that. That's like OG Scar. Like, nah,
Dude,
that those
love
iron
it.
sights are so beautiful and clean.
Trying to
Um,
work on the prestige for it right now. Get Afterlife.
yeah, yeah. But back to talking about these tournaments. Obviously, you got the Stallions tryouts going on. I was watching that all day yesterday after scrims, just watching those Stallions tryouts, and it's looking like um, Okiz, Swag Checked, and Andy are probably the core three for the Stallions Black team. And I'm not gonna lie to you, those guys were playing out of their minds. I played against and in leagues with Swag Checked a lot. He's nasty. He used to be an AR, so I was kind of confused when
What's
he
up?
was like on a sub. Yeah, he's a sub now, and he's cracked.
Okay.
I mean, he's top engagements every game, pushing pace. Comms are fuck. Those are AR comms, by the way. What he's this, bro. I'm listening to their comms. They're like perfect. Kid's got a lot of potential. Um,
I think Swag
Andy
Chick's
is
good.
nasty. Oak is, bro. I was watching a Dashi clip and he was like, this guy literally hits first headshot every time he starts shooting. Every time
He's
he shoots his
gross.
gun, first shot's a headshot. And I was looking at it like, this guy is actually just first shot headshot every single time. Like, sometimes like he shows inconsistencies. That's normal. That's normal. But like bro, he is snapping, and they play great together. They were cooking some teams. We saw them go against Encourage and Swooty. Derek and Symbols weren't playing, but Swooty and Encourage were playing together, and they were taking maps off of each other. I think Encourage is really inconsistent. Like some maps, he is
Really, really bad.
like awful. In some maps, he's like the greatest. It
Hmm.
it's confusing to me. Like I don't
It's
know
hard to
what.
it's hard to arrange them because it could be against the
Yeah,
same team as well. And it's like, wait, I don't get it. Like you'll go double neg in this respawn, and the next map you're dropping 40 and
yeah.
10. It's like, what do you like?
It,
How?
I don't understand how that happens. I really don't. Swooty looks great though. When he's playing by himself and when he's playing with other people that he doesn't know, I don't want to
He
put the
looks
blame.
awful with other people. I feel like sometimes. Like I'm not trying to say like because obviously I think Swooty's probably the best one on their team. But every time I see him play in like eights or something, I feel like he's not as good as he is on that
Really,
team, and I
I
don't know
had the
what.
complete opposite opinion. I was watching him
Really,
yesterday. He was the
really,
most consistent. He was the most consistent. I mean, he was cooking. He was talking his talk like he always does. He's got a bit of an ego. You always got
he
to have a bit
does.
of an ego, though. But he
You
likes
have to.
taking
I
things
get a lead.
light and stuff like that. So initially, I kind of thought like Swooty's the problem. When they had all that last year stuff where he went to the club instead of reviewing VOD and stuff like that. That was a little bit of like, come on now. But now at the beginning
Especially,
of this year, Swooty seems to be the only one really taking it seriously. He's trying to watch their VOD from getting slammed by G2 and Optic in the Monster Invitational. They're not taking things seriously as a team, and seeing Swooty play without them, and seeing the things that Symbols is implying about Swooty, like I saw in the stream Zuma and Methods asking if Symbols didn't mess with Swooty, and Symbols just kind of like chuckles, like like it was like pretty
yeah.
clear that they don't mess with it. They said they made up and all that. I don't believe that, to be honest with you. It's pretty deep at this point. Um and
My only problems with Swooty though comes from the fact that his like fundamentals on hardpoint aren't there, or like I feel like they're there, but he just like loses them mid game. Like if you're a
yeah,
close game, I see him hitting old. I see him chowing things
yeah,
he shouldn't chow, and it's like you clearly know you're gross, which is what I get. Which that's why I say like I don't think I like him outside of his team.
yeah.
Because like once he's on a team for a little while, you build that connection. It's like, hey, I can get away with doing this.
Mm,
And when he's on other teams, you see him chow mid or you see him chow old, and it's like you're just throwing away 30, 40 seconds on new because you
yeah.
did this. So that's when I say I see him like he's not as good
Mm.
because he just does stuff he shouldn't do.
I'm gonna disagree with you on a little point you had earlier about Swooty being the best on his team. I think he
No, dude,
I think he's
I
the
think he's
second
more
best.
consistent.
I think he's the second best. I think Derek the Goat is the best on that team. I think it's pretty clear to me that Derek the Goat is the best on that team. That being said, I think Swooty makes it over them onto the full LAN Stallions roster because they have Andy and Swag checked and they want to build on what they've seen out of the two of them. So I feel like he's gonna get cut out, which kind of it's like you'd wish to
Yeah,
see him there, but maybe not gonna be there. I think that Derek the Goat last year, especially, you see some players like Merc who are like good year round, and
hmm
some people take a little time to heat up. And I think Derek the Goat is one of those players to where like early on he doesn't look like he looks good, but he doesn't look the greatest. But at like mid to end of the year, I mean he's like looking final, like he's slamming, doing well on lands and stuff like that. Um, I like Derek the Goat honestly, but I don't think I think Swooty might end up being the fourth on that roster. And it's not to say that I don't like that. I think that he might fit into that team pretty well, to be honest with you. I think that they might be locked in enough to where it kind of gets into his head. Okay, I need to lock in too. But hopefully he doesn't, see the same things he saw last year with him being like not too invested. Obviously, at certain
yeah.
parts.
I
But
think
it's fun
I think
watching
it's
those.
hard being a Challengers player and trying to be too invested because
Yeah,
you can sit there and you can play all day long and you can still look and it's like the league's not changing.
yeah,
And it's like, what? And you're not really sitting here to work for a Challenger spot for the rest of your life. So,
yeah,
and time's always ticking. So I think a lot of, and it's weird that it's more so in COD that people are like, I'm 18, 19, I gotta go start doing other stuff.
yeah,
Like I'm wasting my time in COD. And I get that. Like, yeah, like it's not gonna be here forever. But if you look at other esports, a lot of people will be rookie at 21 and
yeah,
they're winning. Like
yeah.
the Valorant roster that just won champs, three out of the five people were rookies, all 21, 22, and I think 123.
Yeah. I think
And it's like in COD we need to like understand that you can be a bit older and be a rookie.
yeah. I
Nothing.
I agree with you on that point. I disagree with you because I think Swooty is in a different position than most of those guys. He has a bigger following. He does
Oh, I'm
stream. He
not
does.
saying Swooty and specific. I'm just saying like a
Yeah.
lot of challenger
No,
players.
no. I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I like I said, I agree with you in like the vast majority. Like that's
but
what they're
Swooty could
thinking.
just stream and do fine,
Yeah.
and
So
that's a different story because like, so what? You stream these tournaments, you're making more money
yeah,
than maybe you would be on a bottom CDL team
yeah.
if you do it right.
Another thing coming from the this is the last thing we'll say about the Monster Invitational, obviously, but we had a lot of teams not streaming and stuff like that. No POVs out of LAT or Gentlemates when they
Or
faced off,
Bush.
or Bush. That's changing because Jerry went
Yeah.
off on Twitter on them. And you know that they got a little docu series going on, and in the off season, I heard people obviously going back to the main point. It's unacceptable to not stream your stuff.
hmm
You need to be making content. You're
Have
restricting
to.
the whole. You're punishing everybody. The league will not grow if you're not doing those things.
Your org itself is not
Yeah,
growing from you just sitting there not streaming.
you're getting paid to go to events, and some of them aren't getting paid, right? Some of them aren't getting paid, but
hmm
you're getting your events funded and stuff like that for not taking any new money. The orgs aren't making money off of you. The orgs just aren't making money off of you. Unless you're Omit, you got the secret sauce, you're pumping out talent and getting buyouts and stuff like that. They're probably barely cutting even though.
hmm
These other challengers teams are losing a lot of money. I've seen it firsthand out of orgs. Um, you need to do streams in tournaments. Everyone's doing them. You cannot be not doing them. At least one person on your team needs to be doing this so they have content to show to the fans to branch out because Barstool is a big audience behind that.
Big,
And
big
to
audience.
take even a 20th of that audience would be huge for the scene. We only have like 200,000 concurrent viewers each major, and it
hmm
spikes to like 300 when you get Optic and another big team play in a grand finals, but it doesn't happen a lot. Especially when the years drag on, the game's kind of boring. It gets stale. You see 157,000 people in there, and then it's like, oof, we just lost 50K because the game kind of
Yeah.
sucks. With Barstool being there, with a good game, with snipers and S&D makes it exciting. A new third game mode makes it exciting. You capitalize on the growth. You create the
Wait, we got
growth.
we got
It's
to talk
your
about snipers.
responsibility. And I see these players like Scrap getting angry at his audience. I don't need to stream. I want to win more than anything. First of all, you're getting backdoored at tournaments that you're playing. Be-
Also, what org is he on? What org did he choose to
yeah,
represent?
LAT. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, dude, you're in the biggest hoodie org. Their whole goal is to sell hoodies. No, I'm kidding.
Relax.
But look, thieves. But I'm saying is like they have other priorities there that you sign on for. I know
Yeah,
you can hate it, but it's like you're on that team. You got to help the org out, and the org's going to help you out to
yeah,
put you in a position to win every single tournament. And Nadeshot gets it. Nadeshot's been doing that, both content
yeah. The ironic part
and
is, go ahead.
yeah, it really is ironic because they're like, because I've seen Scrap tell Nadeshot like, you don't get it. It's like if anyone gets it, it's Nadeshot. Like he's been doing it for so long.
Bro,
He was doing content and building up that org at the same time,
it's
like
it's
behind the scenes.
heavily ironic because your boss is the guy that built this. He built it. He built what you're standing on. You're standing on it because of him, because of Scump. Those two, literally those two.
Literally both. The
millions of
org and the
views.
game itself.
Yeah, the org and the fact that you get paid big bucks. He's paying you hundreds of thousands of dollars to play a video game. You know how easy that is? You know how easy that is?
Hmm.
I gotta go to my job, get covered in metal every single day. Metal and oil. My nose is messed up. I
And
can't
that
sleep
sucks,
right.
dude.
My
Yeah.
back hurts. I'm 24. My back hurts. Come on, man. Your hands hurt because you hold the controller too tight.
Another thing is it's not hard to hit go live. It's really not.
It's not. It's not.
You don't even have to read the chat. A lot of the players don't even read the chat, and they got
Bro, just
8,000 viewers in there.
Just don't read the chat, bro. Just don't read the. I found it really funny when he was like genuinely going off about how they want to win and they can't pay attention to streams and they can't make content because they're trying to win. You guys aren't winning without streaming right now. So you're not streaming and you still get bottomed out on the tournament. So obviously it's
And
not
I,
doing anything to improve your performance. So just throw it up so you can, first of all, create something so that if our scene dies because you're not streaming, you can keep that fan base like Nade, like Scump, like, you know, all these other big guys that moved on. Um, and you can keep that because without it, you didn't go to college. You have no real life skills. You've been playing video games and only video games since you were 15. Like competitively, just that's all you did. Like you're not gonna make a living off of game battles. Like you're just not.
well, that's
And,
another thing, and it's like the way the game's going now, it's inevitable. It's gonna die.
yeah,
COD doesn't support its esport, and it sucks because you see like CS:GO, Valorant, League of Legends.
yeah,
These are getting bigger and bigger every year. How's our esport dying every year? It's like the
yeah,
game's getting bigger. More people are buying the game, but nobody's watching, and it's like, why?
yeah. Well, they're all casuals. I think the biggest issue now is like there was discoverability in like BO2. There was a tab like tune into MLG TV when you see this team play. When you pull up a game like Smite, like a game that is not very well known, and you pull up the tab and you're like, pick these teams to win. Watch on Smite Live, whatever for this matchup, and you like they have an esports like league, like this is a thing, and then you tune in because the game is pushing it. Uh, they don't do that in COD. They don't push that. The only thing they have is are skins, and they don't show that
Good
off.
either. It's
Um,
like you have to go in the store and you gotta go to the bottom of the store to
yeah,
find it.
exactly. It's
You load up
ridiculous.
Overwatch. Overwatch is like Overwatch League live
Yeah,
right now, big on your screen, and it's like go watch for rewards.
yeah,
And it's Overwatch is like, sure, I'll take a free skin. I'll go watch 4 hours of this and
exactly,
get a free skin. It's
exactly.
like COD, it's like, yeah, you get rewards too. Half the time you don't even get the rewards.
Yeah,
So many times I've watched and nothing's getting sent to my account.
and you don't
You
even
never
know.
get any good you don't even get good
No,
rewards.
you don't.
And yeah, you don't even know about it. You don't even know if they do or not. I was like,
Yeah.
dude,
So how do they expect to? I mean, that's ridiculous. The fact that you have no support, like just a page. When you open up the game, you click through five already. You might as well add one more. You
that's
want
what I'm
them to
saying.
buy stuff so bad, but you won't give support to the competitive scene that you have. It's just some money hungry. Don't do that. Like I don't know.
I think it's kind of another thing. It's like why we're not free to play yet. Like you see Warzone, you see World Series of Warzone
Exactly.
plastered everywhere. And it's like, why can't we do that with a CDL that actually costs more money throughout the year?
Yeah.
Like, why
Well.
do you promote Warzone free to play a game?
Yeah.
But it's like, I think they want to keep their casuals who buy the game year in and year out. Probably don't even play the game, but they're going to buy it. They're going to get scammed into buying it. And it's like people that actually play the game and want to play the game, regardless if it's terrible or good, get to spend $70 every
Mm,
year now. And it's like, we just want the game to be good and we want more people to support the scene, which they would
yeah.
if you just promoted it. It's not that hard to promote it
No, it's
because
not.
they would watch. Like casuals would watch.
Yeah, if they knew
It's like
about it, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. People don't even know about it. And then they're going YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, Twitch. It's like pick a platform and stay on the platform. Like now it's like both this year.
Yeah.
But it's like YouTube also kind of heard it because it was getting big on Twitch. Like what? Had like I think Champs out here had almost 400K or something like that
Yeah.
live. And
And
it's
then
like
they
that's
do
growing. And then
yeah,
like
and
let's
then
go
the
to
you
YouTube next year.
yeah, YouTube exclusivity deals just tanked it.
It's like I get they're getting money from it, but they're selling out like a check now for like a check they could have had.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's like I don't know why money matters that much because you could invest in the scene and then just make more bundles for that and people would buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And Twitch is super discoverable. You know, it'll if it's popping, it'll pull
Yeah.
up on your page. It'll pull right up there. If it's YouTube live stream of a random esports league, it's not popping up there. The only reason it pops up there for me, it's not the mainstream. It's only Zumas. It's only Zumas
Yep.
because I've watched it on there so many times that they know that I want to watch Zuma's live stream. So they pull it up on there.
The past 2 years, I had to go search Scump for
Yeah.
Scump Watch Party every time. It was not on my homepage
Yeah,
ever.
exactly.
Not a single time.
So it's just ridiculous. But yeah, I think that's all we'll say on that point. You know, we covered pretty much everything. They got the Quezon tournament going on right now. Thieves were playing Gentlemates, obviously. It was close, fumbled at the 1 yard line and the overload. So obviously it's only a 4 team LAN. We're not gonna know the outcome of that until after this. So we'll probably fill in that information on the next show. Um, but moving on to, funny enough, Gentlemates. Um, I want to get this out of the way first, obviously. Mercules, since winning champs and EWC, has won everything besides one, and it was a $10,000 method switch. Um, we won all the Legacy Day stuff, obviously, which is less impressive, obviously, because most of them are retired, but still impressive regardless. We won the Quezon Showdown, won the Flank Invitational, Monster Invitational, another 50K BO7 Invitational, and then another 25K Monster Invitational. He is winning everything, literally everything. Him and Dashy are actually just running it down. They look dominant. But yeah, just wanted to get that out the way to show that we got the goat now. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but
It, it's insane how well he plays, like how perfect he plays the map
mm,
while just killing everyone. Because that's kind of hard to do at the same time.
yeah,
And I know Scrap. I know people are like that's why they love Scrap because Scrap will do it. Scrap just mows people down anywhere he
yeah,
walks. But the way Mercules does it, just being faster
mm,
and doing the same thing that Scrap is doing,
yeah,
while also having Dashy right behind him, it's
yeah,
like, dude, like this is like unheard of. This stuff like, and I'm too early to compare, but it's like in the dynasties, like they're just unkillable on the map.
yeah.
It's like all
Honestly,
four of them are doing stuff you just can't kill them, and it's really hard to get through a wall like that while also worry about the objective at hand.
yeah. And then, like I said, moving on to some Gentlemates. I saw this pop up in my feed the other day. You know, D Real coached LAG last year when it was their first year in. They were still branded weird and stuff like that. And he came in with it was Skies, Kiz, Priesta, and Linz was the one replacing Hydra for that like original NYSL team. And they expected Linz to fill Paco's shoes for some reason, even though they literally had a body of work from his rookie year that would show you that he wasn't really capable of that, um, in my opinion. Especially after they dropped Vivid, the do all the dirty work, and makes everybody else look good around him. As soon as they dropped Vivid, they looked terrible. And Linz didn't look too good afterwards either. So I saw this pop up in my feed. Just a Gentlemates fan. Poking fun at D Real, like posting about his coaching and stuff like that, because now he does like freelance coaching work. If you've seen any content that D Real puts out, he started last year, I believe. Like breakdowns of players like Purge and what they're doing on specific maps, and it's really insightful actually. I especially like the one he did on Purge, just like showing how good he actually was without paying attention to his KD, just like the decision making, the impact that he has on the map. I thought it was really insightful because, to be honest, he was right about pretty much everything, and all the other pros were agreeing with it. And he was highlighting strats and stuff like that. And I got into it with a couple of these Gentlemates fans about earlier in the summer. Obviously, when he left, he had said on live stream like, well, his friend said F Gentlemates and all this. Like, they just came out the woodworks and started making things up about him after they were just literally praising him. I mean, yeah. So after praising him and stuff like this, they just come back and they just trash him. Obviously, I sent you a couple of these, and they were just like, he threatened the structure, and D-Real did this, and he leaked stuff, and he talked crazy about. So when they say they like he leaked our strats and S&D, spat on the CEOs and structure, I saw somebody say that. Um, he didn't leak your strats and S&D. Everybody watches VOD, and it was
Yeah,
months
they're a
after the
one
fact.
strat team.
Yeah, it was it was like, bro, these are November strats. These are not like actual strats, and he's doing it with every other team. No
Mhm.
team is going into. I promise you, no team is going into D Reels YouTube videos for breakdown on another team's strats. That's just not
No.
happening. That's delusional to think. It's also delusional to think that a coach has that much impact on whether your team wins or loses. Your team was trash. Your team was garbage. Um, D Real came in with his core three, obviously, that had won a lot, obviously with Hydra. Um, and then you guys wanted a French player on your team, which is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Because that French player might be decent, but he's not good. He's not a top sub.
You can't you can't replace Hydra with someone who's not averaging a 1.2.
Yep,
Like Hydra is one of the best subs of all time. He's going to be considered that. You have to replace him with one of the best subs of all time. And if
yep,
not, you can't bring back Priesta. So I like
exactly.
Priesta, but the way he plays, he needs a sub like that.
He does.
And if you're not going to give him dominant subs, you got to give me another dominant AR because Skies and Priesta, their playstyles a little similar in ways, but Skies is just better.
Yeah,
And so give him a Mercules AR if you're not going to have two superstar subs.
yeah. It's ridiculous to think that team would even have a semblance of success. But cool, try it out. Try it out, right? Don't blame your coach for picking up that fourth player because he took a decent chunk of a championship roster and was like, "This has worked before. You should probably try this
Mhm.
first." Um, don't add a player that was not successful in the slightest and dropping point nines on that team and think that it just does the job. Um,
Yeah. No.
because it won't. Obviously, they got a little blue balled by Scrap and Hydra that year. That's
Hmm.
that's fine, right? You do what you get, or you do what you can with what you get, and you this is your first year. Nobody has a good first year in the CDL. That doesn't happen. It just doesn't. It's super unlikely. So he goes, makes some changes and everything, and by a certain point, your coach is now going on streams talking about how these guys are kill whores and blah 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 blah. No, that clip was not taken out of context. There's direct translations that literally prove what he was saying. It is not that hard to figure out how to translate a language nowadays. It's not.
With the owner,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Gotaga.
Gotaga, yeah,
He's trashing on his team, and then he won't
Kismet.
let his coach make changes because he didn't let his coach make changes. That's a fact. I know
Hmm.
that's a fact. He came out and said that the M8 fans are you're damaging our structure by talking about our ownership and stuff like that. Your ownership is terrible. Your ownership saw that a coach who was being dragged through the media by your fans didn't like it very much, and his friend said "F Gentlemates." Um, and then they came back and they started mocking him, and he's gonna be known for this unsuccessful team. No, you're known for the unsuccessful team because you decided to pay those players. Like you
Nobody's
made the
gonna remember the
decisions.
coach,
Yeah, nobody's gonna
especially
remember it.
like we already talked about earlier. You're already like only so many people are already involved in CDL and watch CDL.
Yeah,
No, 90% of the people don't even know D-Real's the coach for
yeah,
Gentlemates. So any viewer from last year is just gonna look at mates and be like, "Oh yeah, your team sucks." And it's
yeah,
like you go look at their team now. Their team, they have a good championship winning roster. Like they could win a championship. Now I'm not gonna say they have the best chance, but they could win one if they
yeah,
really put their heads down and try. They're doing good now, but if they don't win anything, it's gonna be again on mates. And it's like, who are they gonna scapegoat this year?
yeah. And I also think it's genuinely funny when Gotaga says like, "Oh, I know because I was a pro player," and he was, given the fact he was a pro player, but he was
Not a
he
good one.
never not a good one. Didn't
Let me know if you remember Gotaga's name if you've been watching for 12 years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, it even took me a little bit to remember that guy competed in like BO3 and stuff like that. I
I
think
had to
for
go watch
French
clips and I was
teams.
like, oh, he did play, but he wasn't good.
No,
He
he
was not
wasn't.
good.
He wasn't. Um, I just, dude, in all these M8 fans, bro, they don't know anything about competitive God. Like they
No.
actually just came in last minute and they all just bro. I mean, look at these names. They all have M8 in their names, and you're gonna say like, oh, you picked a few or whatever. Oh no, I did not. These are a lot of different bro.
They're really awful. I'll say the only redeeming quality about M8 fans is when they were putting M8 Thieves in their bio
They
and profile picture.
I'll
That
give
was
them,
funny.
yeah, I'll give them credit on one thing. When they are doing well, they show full support. They do come in and
Yeah.
fully support. But I've said this. D-Real received like straight threat like DMs from
And
M8
this is
fans.
this is their coach. Like, how are you gonna pin the blame on their coach and literally threaten
Yeah,
him, and want him just gone and all this stuff? And it's like, or actually, I don't even know if they want him gone. They just want him to win. And it's like you're like putting pitchforks in a guy's face and telling him to win
yeah.
with a just non-winning roster.
And I think the most ridiculous part of it is this would be harmless, right? This would be harmless, just like whatever nothing ball. If it didn't get to a point where it was like you're crossing a line.
Mhm.
And that came in full force because like they called him trash. That's cool. You can hate him for trashing on your org, but making up rumors and spreading really nasty things is gross. It
No,
makes you a
no proof
trash
behind
person.
either.
Yeah, no proof. I know this because I've asked for proof from the 15 M8 fans that went into my replies and DMs asking me or saying that I had no idea what I was talking about and I had no proof. No proof of what. I have proof of you accusing him of these things, and there's multiple of them. Um, there's
That's just
multiple.
how this fan base is, and they will literally slander your name, throw you under, and it's not like they're under just his replies or a couple of people. If you go check their tweets, they're under so many different people's replies.
Yes,
Just bringing this up, and it's like, why?
I got
Why are you insane?
I was told it's not a majority of the fan base, and it's not show us those people, show us those people, um, show us those people. It's about 50% of your fans. 50% of your fans. This is me in the course of like an hour, and I've got like 50 tweets right here, just like another one of these, and they're spreading this rumor right here. By the way, D-Real's girlfriend runs his socials. I just want to put that out there because there was some nasty rumors about him being in some M8 girls DMs. First off, that guy is not French. He's not French.
Yeah.
He's EU, but he's not going into French girls DMs and going crazy. Whether he knows how to speak French, I don't know. But I doubt he's in some French fan email like or DMs or anything like that. And I've asked for proof. I've asked for proof for everyone accusing him of these things. I mean, I've like 5 people responded back to me. No proof. They just keep dragging the same like he's done it. He's done it. He's done. Well, show me. I'd love to see. And then they're gonna like, oh, show me the death threats. Well, I can't show you because I don't have those. I have word of mouth from the actual source. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't like I've seen the hate mail and I've seen these accusations and stuff like that. No, I don't have the death threats specifically because those got removed. Um, but they're there. You
Hmm.
saw how passionate they got, and let's remember these are French fans that have been volatile for a long time, and they have done those things. Like it's out there. It's not hard to find, um, and it is a large amount of them. I've heard some things. I've heard more things behind the scenes about some nasty things going on. I won't speak on those. Um, but for the things that we all can see right here, it's just a terrible fan base. And to pretend that somebody is doing things like this when he has a girlfriend and when she controls his socials and when you're saying he was nasty, uh, that's wrong. It's gross. It's terrible to even say that about someone trying to derail their career in whatever you can do, in whatever way you can. Um, it's just really funny, especially since Gentlemates as an organization is kind of shitty too. I mean,
Hmm.
you know how some of these organizations will you got a contract and they'll drag you looking for a team because you didn't perform the best, so they just blame it on you, and then they're like, "Well, you're on contract. We're just gonna make you stay there and fulfill the contract, so you don't get the opportunity on another team and stuff like that." And which is sad because D Real is coming off of a lot of wins, and he doesn't
And this
deserve to
is
be sidelined like that.
this is them as an org across multiple games too, which sucks because and they're a big org and people like them, but I feel like anybody outside of their French fans is not don't really fucks with Gentlemates.
Yeah,
And any org I watch them in other games because I just love esports. It's like I've never been a Gentlemates fan ever. I've actively root against them, and that's not because of the fans itself, but just because of the org itself.
yeah,
And then for the fans to add on to that, and with how many events are going to start popping up in EU, it's kind of scary to have a fan base like that as the home crowd.
yeah,
I know people gave Optic crap because Optic fans, and you really can't consider them fans, but they're flipping off players as they're walking onto
yeah.
the champs stage, and it's like that's not acceptable. And as someone who lives in Texas and is these are the people that I maybe probably commute with, it's like, dude,
Mm,
that's unacceptable.
yeah.
But the going to EU, it is kind of scary because like we see how much stuff is made up at just events here in the States, and it's like, dude, who knows how they're gonna act in person
Yeah.
if they're maybe less,
In
maybe there's
Paris.
online
In
warriors.
Paris.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they're online warriors, but who knows? Maybe in person they're just little shits, and who knows what they're gonna do
Yeah.
to coaches, players, etc. Like it's kind of scary.
I have my own opinions on Paris specifically, and that's not a good place to be. It is ridiculous.
And it's just the fact that it's so baseless, but they're just throwing it out there. It's like you're just throwing everything out there, and it's like you don't care. You don't care about the other person. You're not here to support the scene. All you want to do is trash talk, trash talk, trash talk, and ruin people's careers in their livelihood. And it's like, why? What is the point? I don't get the point of that.
Yeah.
I really don't. And they are so cutthroat at it, and they'll go day in and day out. Like they'll live on Twitter just to trash someone's name.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for those people that are getting trashed, it's not like they can just stay off Twitter.
I think it's dude, I think it's super fun just reading through all these. Like they get so passionate. Like
Hmm.
4 tweets by the same guy in the span of the same day just talking about a guy's personal life, how much they hate him. It's parasocial behavior, by the way. You don't know the guy. You have no clue what you're talking about. You
And
just
for
started watching to see a
your
sport.
entire day to be consumed by him, like
Yeah. Oh, dude.
you're so invested with him the entire day.
Yeah, and they don't know anything about it because this D-Real's a hypocrite because he's doing all this terrible stuff to our org because he knows the transfer window is coming up. There's no transfer window. You don't know what you're talking about. His contract expires at a certain point. There is no transfer window. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just really passionate about being really passionate. You don't know what you're saying. You just don't know. And then, dude, I find it so funny when these guys say Priesta and Linz are leaving my structure. They say my structure for
Yeah,
Gentlemates
like
whenever your team is not structured. There's no structure. You guys have no
there's no
structure.
structure.
You've got a couple egotistical maniacs that think they can do whatever they want, get whatever they want, and cry when they don't, and then blame the people that didn't really
Hmm.
have that big of a role in it. I'm so pissed that D-Real failed to make this roster work, and he lists Priesta and Linz as who he's sad about leaving. Linz is terrible. I hate to break it to you, buddy. Just because he's French doesn't mean he's good. There's one good French player in the history of COD, and that's Hydra. The rest are
Hmm.
garbage. You guys suck at this game. Don't know why, but you do. Cobra's decent. That's about it. Um,
And I mean, why can't if I'm a Mates fan, I'm jumping ship and I'm going to support Hydra.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, this guy's French. I'm jumping ship. I'm thinking thieves. Don't care.
Like, dude, and then they'll come out and be like, "It's not my fault. Your org is hiding things." Oh, buddy, your org is 100% hiding things. You're just ignorant. You're just. If they speak, it's like sweet music to their ears. Like they'll just bite. It's ridiculous,
Literally, like little chihuahuas.
dude. It's so weird to be that invested in parasocial and people's personal lives and all this stuff. It's just, dude. I know we're talking a lot about this, but this just
But it's like bad for the scene, though.
it's
It's
terrible
bad
for the
for
scene.
it's like with anything because that amount of fans, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's really the problem is because there's a lot of them, and it'll take away from anything good happening. When you could have something good, let's
Yeah.
say like everyone's talking about Mercules winning every tournament right now. It's like a good thing. We're like, oh my God, this new player. And then all of a sudden you have these Mates fans completely derailing the conversation. Be like, yeah, this guy sucks over here. Look at this. It's like, dude, why?
Yeah.
Why? And it's like, there's so many of them tweeting about it that I see it on my feed.
Yeah, exactly. I've
It's like,
never
I don't,
interacted with any of these people.
yeah. And it's like, dude, I don't follow any Mates fans or anything. And it's like, cool, they have a good roster this year, but I still don't even, I'm not going to support. It's just,
I I find it so funny that like it literally took 4 days. This is the tweet that I'm looking at right now, and it's like June 24th. They just had a terrible season, bombed out of every major, and they're talking like, oh, love D Real, got a picture with him and all that, blah blah blah. 4 days later, June 28th, correction, you're nothing but a two-faced B word. Go F yourself. Cry now.
I saw
Are
that. And then
you okay,
if
dude? You
you
took a
ask, if
picture
you
with this
ask the
guy.
guy, why, I bet he still has the picture on his phone. He
Oh,
still has the picture.
oh, 100%. 100%.
But if you ask him, we're like, why do you hate him? Oh, he did this, this, and this. Do you approve? No. Like, okay. You didn't do
Bro.
it. You like the guy, then you don't do any research to continue liking the guy.
Yeah, D-Real
Like,
later disrespected a club that gave him free reign. Free reign? Do you know who Gotaga is? Do you think he gives anyone free reign? That's his
dude.
money. He don't know. He's on there trashing his players on stream. He doesn't give nobody free reign. He's the only one that gets free reign in his world. Um,
And I don't get it when he's trashing his players, and it's like, you're trashing them. You're like, oh, this guy did good this week. The next week he did bad. And it's like me trashing them is gonna make them better. It's like, no, dude. They're clearly a terrible squad. Drop people who clearly need to be dropped. And as if you know an ounce of COD, you know who needs to go. And look to pick up players. Like you can pick up cheap players. It doesn't matter. Like I
Yeah,
would rather pick up two cheap challenger players than to keep Priest and Lins on my roster for as long as they did.
dude.
It's like, what are we doing?
Bro. These tweets are crazy. I'm looking at this. This is ridiculous. Oh my filthy, disgusting human word that you are. Oh wow. Ungrateful opportunist. By the way, D-Real had offers instead of going to LAG. He had better offers than going to LAG. I don't even know why he took that LA. No, I know why. It's because that's the only team he could get, the team that he had coached previously, to get Priesta, Skies, and Kismet back on the same team, and that's the only team he could have done it on. So I don't blame him for taking it, but he did have better offers, and I DM'd you something earlier. All right, yeah, this video right here. They say he got benched and all this. He got benched. They admitted that they sidelined him, right? They admitted that they
Hmm.
sidelined him. Um, their fans pretended like the org didn't sideline him after not letting him make the decisions that he wanted to make, um, and pretend like they weren't dragging him while they were sidelining him. They were restricting him for looking for other things. They were they were being petty. They were being petty as a professional organization in esports, just doing it to the absolute fullest.
I think the
Um,
worst part too is how much you blame the coach
yeah,
for what is it? Like, sure, maybe getting the team together and the team didn't work out. I can see that. And you're like, well, you brought us this team. This team sucks. And it's like that's more so on the players. All right, the players they've won a championship together. Again, we talked. You can't really replace Hydro with Lens. It's just not. It's not a thing you can do. But to sit there and say like, hey, let's blame the coach and let's drag him when our players are dropping point sevens and point fives. It's like, dude, they are getting shit on out there. How are you blaming a coach for that? He's
yeah,
not spawning in and shooting for them.
yeah. Yeah. Like when you look at that video and you see him mock them, and like all he'll be remembered for is the trash that he produced all year. No, that's the trash that your org produced all year. Your org decided to make those decisions. He did not have full control. You can tell by the fact that Linz stayed on that roster until he couldn't take it mentally, and had other issues going on that he needed to take care of. No hate to Linz. No hate to Linz. Everybody's got their problems and stuff like that. Do what you need to do. But the guy's not playing well, and you're keeping him on the roster, and you're like, oh, we're not going to give up on him because he's French. You're going to have to realize at some point that you're hurting yourself. I mean, look at the Saudi org, right? They picked up full Saudi team. They said, wow, one of these guys can shoot,
Yeah,
and then dropped the rest because they sucked. That's
and
good.
they have full faith in Exton, and I will say Exton, he can shoot,
He can shoot, bro.
and he was holding his own. Like he wasn't like if you probably list the players, he's probably in like the 30s range. He's not in
Yeah,
that bottom 10, like bottom 10 at all.
yeah,
And it's like, sure, he doesn't know how to play the game as well as the others, but he's at least making up for it just by shitting on people.
yes. I
Eh,
I agree with that completely. The way they ran it is perfect. And you know what? You know what they didn't do? They didn't say, Clayster, one of the greatest players of all time, you produced nothing. The worst statistical season I've ever seen before. You produced that. That's your fault. You did that. You put this team together. You know, like they didn't do that. They said, we have full control. We made the decisions. You coached to the best of your ability. Run it back with a better team. Um, I'm actually really surprised because Falcons have that money to dish out. but they spend a lot of money. And to me, that would seem like more of a reason to blame people because you can just replace them easily. Um, Funny enough, they actually know how to control their emotions, not be petty, be professional. They've been there before. They act
And
accordingly.
they understand like, A, if something doesn't work out, it's okay. But I
Yeah,
guess Saudi's also kind of the thing where it's like, oh, it's not performing, give time, we'll throw more money at it. We'll get more results. Because in other esports, they just throw money out and they
yeah,
get what they want. Which is true because in other esports, they're really good because they just throw money at the top players.
yeah.
And they kind of disrupt. I'll say, I guess they kind of did it this too. They disrupt a lot of teams by just signing top talent. Like they get Celium.
Hmm.
It's like Celium probably could have gone to a team and made it better.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, now he's on Falcons, and maybe Falcons won't be the best again this year. It's like even just disrupting other teams,
Yeah.
kind of kind of a good thing. But I'm excited to watch for them because I feel like they will get better as the year goes on.
They might have a stint or two with a Sunday or two. I am not saying they won't, but I don't believe in that team at all.
I don't
I love
I don't
Pred. I
think they're
just
gonna
don't
win.
believe in that team at all.
I don't think they're gonna win, but I think the thing I'm looking for this year is that like we get some upsets. I don't want to see top four just win every match they should win,
Yeah.
and we have the same top four in every Sunday. I want to
Obviously, I want
see,
Optic to win everything, but yeah.
yeah, I want to see Falcons just shit on FaZe or for a tournament. I want to see them shit on LATUs. Uh, I know the mates are doing good right now, but I want to see those teams that are kind of like top four, top six usually, top five, top six,
Yeah.
maybe even eight range, step up and get a Sunday randomly.
Hmm. I agree with you.
We could have that this year. We really could.
Yeah. I just wanted to have an episode highlighting some of the things in the community. Obviously, a lot of this is old news. It happened in the summer, but I feel like people didn't really go over it. They just saw it as like some little beef or whatever that happens. It wasn't. It was really gross to see that happen in the COD community, and we don't want to see that here. We'd
Hmm.
rather you
So
kept your viewers to yourself. To be honest with you, um, this league can be grown in a better way than trying to destroy somebody else's career, especially a guy that does a lot for the community and he's been successful in the league. Um,
I considered a top two, top three coach.
yeah, yeah. To be honest, I agree. I've talked to him personally. He seems like a great guy.
Hmm. He makes great videos. Like he's
Great
actually
content.
trying to help the community, help players, help
Yeah,
anybody who's interested. And it's like you can't dish on someone like that who's actively trying to grow the league.
yeah,
Like sure, whatever, you had a bad year. Everyone's had a bad year. Players have had bad years. And this is one of the esports that's widely considered coaches don't matter as much.
yeah,
But he's one of the coaches that will put in effort and really work in ways that he can help to make a team better.
yeah.
And a lot of coaches, you're not getting that out of them. You're just getting random input, and sometimes they probably might make you worse.
Yes.
So,
In my opinion, coaches don't have that great of an impact in the league unless you have a coach like JP, who's going over all the breakoffs, all the analytics. And D-Real is the same way when it comes breaking down to film.
hmm
When they were winning in MW3, they were talking about they have this hard schedule where they just do this at this time and they do that at that time and they keep them active and they have this routine for them to make sure that they're locked in and they're fully invested. And that
they had a
is a
routine.
system. That is a structure, by the way, Gentlemates fans. That's what that means. Um, but but it's funny when you see now D-Real giving a lot of input to Challengers players. When somebody brings up a Challengers player in Zuma's chat and he goes, who's that? And they go, well, as D-Real, he worked with the, he has that sort of impact on a lot of the up and comers. And it's like, if they're going to him and they're all learning how to play the game and everyone's watching this and agreeing with it that he's a good coach. I don't think anybody said he's a bad coach besides these guys that have just been in the league for or watching the league for a year. I mean, come
Yeah,
on, be serious. Um,
But it's not even like
Yeah.
them saying he's a bad coach, it's them trashing on his personal life, making up
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like, whoa, how did we get here? Like you're complaining about his coaching by trashing his personal life.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's like there's no room for that here. And I
No.
don't think we really see that often with a whole fan base doing that to some people. And I know there's outliers,
Yeah.
people will do it, but I've never seen a whole fan base where at least like, and it's, I know people say it's some people, but it's like you said, 50%
Yeah.
probably.
It's
Any Mates fan I've seen on Twitter is them talking shit about someone in a personal level.
yeah. Oh yeah. They get real personal, and it's weird. We don't need that here. We don't need that. That's
But come on.
gross. It's weird. Take your parasocial, only online behavior elsewhere because I've seen the picture of you taking a picture with D-Real, and I know what you look like, buddy. I can't see your face, but I can only guess. You cannot be talking like that about people. Because if you were to meet them in real life, you'd take a picture with them. You wouldn't say that to
Exactly.
them.
Yeah.
So, just bro, just,
Fanboys. They're all fanboys. They'd
dude,
love to be living the life, but
dude.
when they're not, they're gonna bring you down.
It's funny. But yeah, I think on that note, we're gonna close it out here. I think we got through a lot of information, and not so much of a good topic at the end there, but I feel like it needed to be said by somebody. We don't want this here, and that's it.
A lot of people try to ignore it, but like I think pretty much everyone is on the same page whether they say nothing, say something or not. It's like we don't want that. We don't want to see y'all acting like that.
Yeah,
Because especially you'll have a team this year that people would want to root for. Don't drag other fans away from rooting on your team.
yeah. All right, guys. I think we're gonna close it out there. Thank you for coming back for episode 2 of the Duo Q podcast for this year. Obviously, I don't know the total episode count, um, but this is episode 2 of this season. We'll be sure to pump out more every week.
Hmm.
Thank you guys for watching today. I'm your boy Rev.
Mordo.
See you next time.
Adios.